Holy cow, folks, there was a study published recently linking melatonin, a common sleep aid sold over the counter, and the development of heart failure. That was something that sounded very concerning, but I asked one of my colleagues who's a sleep specialist what they thought about the study. This is what he has to say.
Thanks, Dr. Rubin, for bringing this one to my attention. How does he keep up with everything? This is a really fascinating study, and it's going to get a lot of attention. So I'm thrilled we're talking about it early before social media starts hitting you with that fear tactic. Let's break it down. First and foremost, this is actually from an abstract that's going to be presented at an American Heart Association conference in a few days. So it has not been peer-reviewed, and it has not been published in a peer-reviewed journal. We looked at the medical records of 130,000 adults, and they divided them into a melatonin group, ones that had melatonin prescribed to them in their medical record, and compared them to matched controls, people that were similar on 40 different characteristics, including demographics and health background. That's the non-melatonin group. Important to know, they did not match for severity of insomnia or for psychiatric conditions. After 5 years, they found that those that were in the melatonin group had an incidence of heart failure at 4.6%, which was higher than the non-melatonin group at 2.7%. The main takeaway here is that nobody is saying that the melatonin caused the heart failure. This is a correlation, and that does not equal causation. Even the authors are quick to make that point. Because I could hypothesize that somebody that had really early signs of heart failure without actually having the diagnosis would start to have sleep challenges, which is a natural part of having heart difficulties, and thus more likely to take melatonin, and thus more likely to have a diagnosis of heart failure. We also know that insomnia in and of itself is correlated with heart problems. So the melatonin might just be an innocent bystander in this whole operation. But regardless, a great time to emphasize that supplements may not necessarily be benign. They're not FDA regulated here in the US. Talk to your doctor before starting on anything that's over the counter.